What is going on, guys? There is nothing like playing for the New England Patriots. Time and time again, Bill Belichick has taken little-known players and turned them into the ultimate game changers. Not only do these players get to win non-stop in New England, but they tend to reach life-changing contracts once Belichick decides to move on from them. Of course, far more often than not, big-name Patriots players have failed miserably after leaving Foxborough. Here are 10 players who were terrible after they left the Patriots. Number 10, Dion Lewis. After a 2-year stint with the Philadelphia Eagles, Dion Lewis was dealt to the Cleveland Browns in the 2013 offseason. He unfortunately suffered a fractured fibula in preseason action and missed the entire regular season. Lewis later joined the Indianapolis Colts, but he didn't play a single snap for them in 2014. The Patriots took a chance on Lewis in 2015, and he quickly dazzled with the flashy jukes and tremendous burst of speed. He unfortunately suffered an ACL tear mid-season, however, and Lewis wouldn't return until Week 11 of the 2016 season. Lewis took over as the Patriots back in 2017, recording a career-high 896 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. He helped New England reach Super Bowl 52, where they fell to the Philadelphia Eagles. After the season, Belichick allowed Lewis to leave in free agency. The latter signed a 4-year deal worth $19.8 million with the Tennessee Titans, who were seemingly trying to implement some of the Patriots' culture into their own building. Well, Lewis didn't show the same flash when he came over to the Music City. He was obviously never going to jump ahead of Derrick Henry on the depth chart, but Lewis recorded a mere 3.5 yards per carry over his 2 seasons with the Titans. Over the 2018 and 2019 seasons, he only had 726 total rushing yards and 1 rushing touchdown. The Titans realized their mistake, and they released Lewis after just 2 years. Clearly, he was the beneficiary of playing in the Patriots system. Number 9, Randy Moss. Yes, Randy Moss was already a lock for the Pro Football Hall of Fame when the New England Patriots traded him away. The point is that he didn't have much left to offer once Bill Belichick took Tom Brady away from him. After 2 frustrating seasons with the Oakland Raiders, Moss was traded to the Patriots in 2007. He and Tom Brady rewrote the record books together, with Moss setting a single-season record for touchdown receptions with 23. Brady won the MVP award and threw 50 touchdown passes, which was a single-season record at the time. The Pats put up 589 points for also a then NFL record. Oh, and yeah, they almost pulled off the perfect 19-0 season before falling to the New York Giants in Super Bowl 42. Moss recorded 1,000-yard seasons in each of his 3 years with the Patriots, plus a whopping 50 touchdown receptions over that span. So much for being past his prime. Early in the 2010 season, Moss said that he felt unappreciated by the Patriots. He was traded back to the Minnesota Vikings a month later, but it was clear soon after that he had very little left to give at that point in his career. Moss had just 13 receptions for 174 yards and 2 touchdowns in 4 games with Minnie. The Tennessee Titans picked Moss up off waivers, but he had just 6 receptions for 80 yards. After sitting out the 2011 season, Moss returned for 1 more year with the San Francisco 49ers in 2012, though they wound up reaching Super Bowl 47, where they lost to the Baltimore Ravens. Moss only had 28 catches for 434 yards and 3 touchdowns on the year. Being traded out of New England was essentially the beginning of the end for Moss's illustrious career. Number 8, Darrelle Revis. Like Moss, Revis already had a spot in Canton locked up well before he arrived in Foxborough. Following an unproductive 2013 campaign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Revis was released, and he quickly inked a 1-year deal with the Patriots. Revis had a remarkable 1-year stop in New England. He earned Pro Bowl and first-team All-Pro selections after recording 2 interceptions and 14 passes defended, as the Patriots went on to defeat the Seattle Seahawks in Super Bowl 49. After capturing that elusive ring, Revis decided to return to his old New York Jets team, landing a ginormous 5-year deal worth $70 million. Revis performed nicely with the Jets in 2015, earning another Pro Bowl selection while helping them record a 10-win season, but he wasn't exactly elite in his first year back with the Jets, and it was clear that he slowly lost a step or 2. In 2016, Revis regressed big time, to the point where he was more of a liability than an asset in the New York secondary. He was consistently destroyed in coverage, allowing a 91.7 passer rating after a decade of dominance. The Jets released Revis after the 2016 campaign. The Kansas City Chiefs were so desperate for help in the secondary that they added Revis late in the 2017 season, but he wasn't able to do a whole lot with his new team, making only 2 starts in 5 appearances. Revis was released after the 2017 campaign, and he retired soon after. So that's why Bill Belichick didn't want to extend Revis long term, even after winning a Super Bowl together. Makes sense. Number 7, Deion Branch. Deion Branch was Tom Brady's best receiver during the Patriots' first dynasty in the 2000s. He surpassed the 800-yard mark twice, including a career-best 998 receiving yards during the 2005 season. Branch cemented himself in Patriots lore during Super Bowl 39 against the Philadelphia Eagles. He caught 11 passes for 133 yards, earning Super Bowl MVP honors in New England's 24-21 victory. During the 2006 offseason, Branch sought a new deal with the Patriots, but Bill Belichick wouldn't give in. Before Week 2, the Patriots traded Branch to the Seattle Seahawks for their 2007 first-round draft selection. Branch immediately signed a $39 million extension with his new team over 6 years. But Branch really couldn't get anything going, even on a high-powered offense that included Matt Hasselbeck and Shaun Alexander. His best season with the Seahawks came in 2006, when he had 53 catches for 725 yards and 4 touchdowns. Over the next 3 seasons, Branch's total receiving yards came at 661, 412, and 437. After a slow start in the 2010 season, he was traded to New England for a 4th-round pick. Sure enough, Branch revived his career in Foxborough. He finished with 706 yards in just 11 games, while helping Tom Brady earn another MVP award. A year later, Branch had 51 receptions for 702 yards and 5 touchdowns as New England reached Super Bowl 46, where they eventually fell to the New York Giants. Branch played one more season with the Patriots in 2012, but he was out of the league soon after. The formula for success was obvious for Branch: just play with the Patriots. Number 6, Malcolm Butler. The undrafted product out of West Alabama made one of the greatest plays in NFL history during his rookie year. All Malcolm Butler did was pick off Russell Wilson at the goal line to close out Super Bowl 49 for the New England Patriots. It's no big deal, not a big deal at all. Whatever he did from here on out, Butler would be a hero in Foxborough forever. Butler, however, wasn't only a big deal because of the career-defining play. He earned a Pro Bowl selection in his sophomore 2015 season. Butler was also named a second-team All-Pro in 2016, as the Patriots captured their second Super Bowl title in 3 years. In the 2017 offseason, it was clear that Belichick was preparing to move on from Butler. He refused to give the standout corner a new contract, while signing fellow Pro Bowler Stephon Gilmore to a $65 million deal. Butler was benched in Super Bowl 52 against Philadelphia as well, and it was later deemed to be the result of a coach's decision. That was how his short but sweet tenure in Foxborough ended. Butler signed a 5-year, $61 million contract with the Tennessee Titans during 2018 free agency, joining the aforementioned Dion Lewis in the Music City. In his first year with the Titans, Butler received a poor 67.1 grade from Pro Football Focus, and it only got worse in 2019, as Butler's grade dropped down to 65.5. From Super Bowl hero to Pro Bowl and All-Pro superstar, to a giant waste of money in Tennessee. Indeed, Butler was a product of playing in Belichick's defensive system. Number 5. Drew Bledsoe. Drafted first overall by the Patriots in 1993, Bledsoe quickly went to work in turning this long-time losing organization into a winner. A 3-time Pro Bowler with the Pats, Bledsoe led New England to a Super Bowl 31 appearance, where they lost to Brett Favre and the Green Bay Packers. As the starter, Bledsoe also guided New England to the postseason in 1994, 97, and 98. But his tenure as New England's franchise player ended in Week 2 of the 2001 season against the New York Jets. Bledsoe took a hard hit from Mo Lewis of the New York Jets, resulting in a sheared blood vessel that almost killed him. Bledsoe fortunately survived and was cleared for return soon after, but some guy named Tom Brady had already taken over the quarterback duties. And, from there on out, it was Brady's town, baby. After Brady guided the Patriots to a Super Bowl 36 victory over the St. Louis Rams, Bledsoe became expendable. He was traded to the Buffalo Bills, who desperately needed a quarterback. Bledsoe earned a Pro Bowl selection in 2002, but he was practically done soon after. His completion percentage fell below 60% in 2003 and 2004. Over those 2 years, he tossed just 31 touchdowns against 28 interceptions. A move to the Dallas Cowboys didn't do much for Bledsoe. He went 12-10 there as a starter with just 30 touchdowns against 25 interceptions. Bledsoe lost his starting job to Tony Romo during the 2006 campaign, and the former retired in the ensuing offseason. Number 4, Willie McGinest. Willie McGinest was the anchor on the New England Patriots defense from 1994 to 2005. He helped them reach 4 Super Bowl appearances, with the first coming in the 1996 season. The 2-time Pro Bowl outside linebacker was instrumental in helping the Patriots win 3 Super Bowls in 4 years between the 2001 and 2004 seasons. And here's a fun fact: McGinest holds the records for most career postseason sacks with 16. The Pats released McGinest in 2006, however, and he later signed with the Cleveland Browns. They were coached by Romeo Crennel, who served as the Pats defensive coordinator during their first 3 Super Bowl victories. So you had reason to believe that McGinest would produce nicely in Cleveland. Well, it's Cleveland. McGinest was clearly a shell of his former self after he left the Pats. After recording 78 sacks during his tenure with New England, he only had 8 total during his 3 seasons with the Browns. Just another all-time New England great who couldn't produce on a new team. He still had a great career, however, and McGinest is enshrined in the Patriots Hall of Fame. Number 3, Nate Solder. The Patriots obtained the number 17 overall pick in 2011 from the Oakland Raiders via the Richard Seymour blockbuster trade. New England made great use of the pick, selecting Colorado offensive tackle Nate Solder, though he never earned a Pro Bowl or All-Pro selection. Solder was a pivotal part of New England's ever-changing offensive line in his 7-year tenure there. Solder shined as Tom Brady's blindside protector, helping them reach 4 Super Bowls. New England won 2 of them. In the 2018 offseason, Solder signed a 4-year contract worth $62 million with the New York Giants. Per Pro Football Focus, Solder allowed 6 sacks and 20 pressures in the first half alone during his 2018 campaign. Damn! In 2019, PFF said that Solder allowed 11 sacks and a whopping 57 pressures. In Solder's defense, a plethora of offensive linemen and players in general go through the same routine in New England. They become stars, price themselves out in Foxborough, sign big contracts elsewhere, and underperform drastically. Number 2, Matt Cassel. Tom Brady suffered an ACL tear in the first quarter of the season opener in 2008. He was done for the year, but Brady's absence didn't put the dagger in the Patriots season. Not by any means. Backup quarterback Matt Cassel, being in the Patriots system and all, produced like a seasoned veteran. He completed 63.4% of his passes for 3,693 yards and 21 touchdowns against just 11 interceptions. New England finished with an impressive 11-5 record without Brady, but it wasn't enough to make the postseason. With Brady returning the following season, Cassel became expendable. The Pats traded him and Mike Vrabel to the QB-needy Kansas City Chiefs for a second-round pick. Cassel had 1 good year in Kansas City, earning a Pro Bowl selection in 2010 after guiding them to an AFC West division title. He had 3,116 passing yards and 27 touchdowns against only 7 picks. But Cassel never came close to that level of production again. Cassel had losing seasons in 3 of his 4 years with the Chiefs. He won a mere 4-5 in 9 starts over 2 years with the Vikings. He lost 6 of 7 starts for the Dallas Cowboys in 2015, while replacing an injured Tony Romo. Cassel finished his career with a record of 36-45. Keep in mind that almost 1/3 of the W's came with the Pats. So yeah, this guy was clearly a system quarterback in New England. Number 1, Jamie Collins. The athletic workhorse linebacker was instrumental in helping the Patriots win Super Bowl 49 over the Seahawks. A year later, Collins earned Pro Bowl and second-team All-Pro selections, both career firsts. However, the Patriots shockingly traded Collins to the Cleveland Browns ahead of the 2016 deadline for a 3rd-round pick. The latter inked a giant 4-year contract extension worth $50 million. But Collins' 3-year tenure with the Browns was a giant disappointment. He recorded only 7 total sacks and 1 forced fumble with Cleveland. Collins was also limited to 6 games in 2017 due to a season-ending MCL tear. The Browns released Collins after the 2018 season, and he returned to the Patriots on a 1-year pact in 2019. Sure enough, vintage Jamie Collins returned. He recorded career highs in interceptions with 3, sacks with 7, and passes defended with 7. Collins anchored a New England defense that finished first in scoring defense, allowing just 14.1 points per game. It's no coincidence that Collins' best play has always come with Belichick and the Patriots. His 2 stints in Foxborough are all the evidence you need. Which other players were terrible after they left the Patriots? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, everything. Go find us. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click right down below. And if you want to subscribe to TPS, we post videos every day. Every day's a new video. Every single day. Subscribe. That red button below. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.